Hi everybody, it's Katie. Welcome to episode 4 of my Anne of Green Gables series. Today is especially fun. As you can see, we are actually doing Green Gables itself. I looked through custom patterns for what seemed like hours to find the perfect pattern to go on a simple panel to make Green Gables. I really needed, green gables, and they were actually really hard to find with a white background. Green Gables itself is white with green, so that was definitely something I needed. I wanted the house to be interesting, but not too big. It is a farmhouse still, so I did most of the design just on one side and balanced it so that there was at least a little bit of the Green Gables on the right side. In the end, I love the way this came out. For the barn, I had an entire set of things that I was putting together to try and make what would be a little bit of a barn image here with the storefronts, simple panels, gazebos, so many things. To finish off the house, I put down a couple of the topiaries and some flowers. I put a hay bale in front of the barn with the cute little cow custom pattern, and the two of them ended up being some of my favorite buildings I've ever made in Animal Crossing. I'm really happy for a lot of the new items that came in 2.0 because they give us so much more potential when putting together structures like this in the game. The best part about this episode is that it really finished off the area around my house where I'm constantly logging into the game and playing, and that has made really doing this series so much more enjoyable because the area around my house is beautiful. Every time I log in to play and I open up and see this area, I am just thrilled with the way that all these things came together. As you're watching the speed build, there's a lot of items I put down that I really love, but they move. There's quite a few things like the windmill and the silo I move a couple times before I really like where their placement is. I also wanted to use the country fence in quite a few areas just to make sure that we had that really quaint, beautiful type of feel. As I started putting the fence down throughout the property, I realized that the barn was actually just one space, well technically just half of a space off from where I needed it to be, and so I moved it. It just meant kind of picking up and shifting things over, which I am totally willing to do if it helps a build. Sometimes just a little bit of spacing can be really important as you're putting things together. The wheat field behind the house is meant to represent part of what is probably a much larger field because they would be planting a ton of crops to really sustain a farm, and the little farm that I'm working on in the front, that is more about a family farm. This is probably the vegetables that they grew mostly just for themselves to, feed their little family. The wheat farm is more of the selling all the stuff and the goods off for other people to make their money. The main reason I did that is because I feel like they would have much more property than I really have room to show, and I really love the way that the vegetables look when you put all of them together. There's just such good differentiation between color and texture, and so I thought that that would be really nice to see. Obviously, they are in the middle of a lot of greenery. We have the beautiful coast off to the side that we'll be doing more of later, and as you can see, I'm kicking up a bunch of spots out of the custom patterns I did so we can add trees and flowers. I didn't have a good set of trees that were already grown up for this process, so I'm just planting them all, and I will get a beautiful grand reveal of what things look like once I time travel forward a few days and everything has grown up. For now, I just need to finish off planting the garden, and we will be able to check out some beautiful views of what this build looks like. I hope you found something useful here and continue creating in this game. Until next time, have the best Animal Crossing day.